which would be what they be get what the what the charging network would be getting money,
Yeah.
for. Oh my God, that's massive.
Yeah, it's huge, and so it's hard to continue to make that case until we start to see that go up. But obviously, we need to make sure that the rollout continues to be supported, and we'll probably start to see that anyway as we reach the next round of the transition. We start to get. We did some analysis where we're looking at about 21 models of EVs on the market by 2027 that are under £27,000. So we start to get the cheaper mass market vehicles that are rolling out, and these then do start to appeal to people that are on lower incomes, are much more affordable. You could get a lower leasing agreement, and possibly in that market where they're less likely to have a driveway, so more dependent on that off-street parking. So we might start to see that utilization go up, and there'll be greater demand for them in general too, where people are parking on the street, whether that's from lamppost charging, etc. So, we are starting to get to that point where it will tip over. Definitely looks that way. But it's just something that we need to bear in mind as well from the CPO perspective.
Did you, and I'm not sure you did, but have you, or are you thinking about looking at the local authorities and their cross-payment solutions, or is that more difficult to kind of pull data for?
That's difficult to pull data for, so it's not something we've been able to go through. But it would be interesting to see some more information.
Yeah, because I know that there are some local authorities that are a bit reticent to kind of integrate, kind of cross-pavement solutions, and I'm going to be talking to somebody in the next few weeks who I'm hoping to bring on the podcast, who are they're bringing. I think they've actually introduced 4 different cross-pavement solutions at pilot level to try and see how it goes. So there's some that, I suppose it depends how risk averse your council is as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think there was something out today from Heidi Alexander, the Secretary of State for Transport, about the money that's been made available to local authorities for introducing gullies as well as a cross pavement solution. I mean, it's interesting, and it feels kind of necessary in the immediate, but then we're also left with the issue of, if you are living on a road, how will you be able to guarantee the fact that you're able to park outside your front door? Very busy roads, that can be hard depending on what time you get back and the difficulties with that. And yeah, there are lots of things to consider, and it might be that it's right for some people but not right for others, and we need to make sure that we're kind of having that holistic view. If it's not right for others, we still need to make sure that that you are, as we've said, that you can actually access a charging point that works, but also that's affordable, because at the moment it's not necessarily affordable, and they're not getting the benefit from the EV that they should be. When you're able to really experience the benefit of cheap charging, if you're charging at home on your own energy network, that's not necessarily the case. And are you making much more of a saving as you would be if you were driving a petrol car? And the point is that they absolutely should be, and they could be, but that's not the case at the moment.